Hi, I'm Charlotte Francis from the R&D department. I'm a QC consultant at Sage VIP. The presentation we're going to work through now concerns information that is specific to RSA Tax Countries, which has been incorporated in our update to the release 4.3b. So on that note, SARS has requested changes to our postal address fields that they are needing for the August 2014 periodic reconciliation submission, and we're going to be going through those changes now on the screen. So if you were to go to your employee, change employee, and the address details tab, you will see that we now have three options available: your street address, PO box address, and a private bag that you can select from. Private bag is typically your postnet address, which comes with a suite number. The private bag and PO box street addresses share the same entry fields, where the street address has a few fields that differ. Please take note of the care of postal address indicator at the bottom of the screen. I just want to show you an employee that was converted with address details. We have done our best to convert all existing addresses to either street, postal, or private bag, but the onus lies with the user to come and peruse through these fields and make sure that they are in fact correct. There also are RP5 code changes, new codes that exist for the new fields found under postal addresses. Moving on to ETI, Sage VIP now caters for employees that work irregular hours for ETI purposes. Provision has been made to calculate the employment tax incentive for employees who do not work a full month. This could typically be a casual worker, a temporary worker, or employees who work short time. This does not include employees who are new this month or terminated this month and who have not worked a full period in their termination or new month, because that calculation is done automatically by the system. Let's have a look at our ETI screen. Once again, found under Employee Change, your Employment Tax Incentive tab. The bottom right-hand corner now caters for the employee works irregular hours option. Once you tick this, these fields become available. Units hours worked per period refers to the hours that the employee has actually worked, and these hours will need to be stored on either the hour screen, own screen, calculation screen, or on the shift worked screen. Once you select a line, a definition, you can choose the line on which these hours reside. You can only choose one of the lines. Standard units and hours per period refers to the hours that the employee should work in a month. This can be stored on your hour screen, own screen, calculation screen, or in a monthly company on your hours per month or your shifts per month fields on the increase screen. Now, in non-monthly companies, these values refer to period values, and they're not month-to-date values, so they do not accumulate with rollover. Therefore, in a non-monthly company, you would need to put these values on one of the other screen options. We are going to select our own screen and line 1 to see the hours that have been recorded. It is these hours that determine a ratio which calculates the ETI values. All of these fields are available on your ETI history screen. If I just route to my payslip screen and then to the ETI history screen, we're in April, so I'll go to the month of April, and here is our new fields reflected on the ETI history screen. Coming back to our ETI tab, the SIC code field has had a few amendments. This field is no longer governed by the SIC code as it is defined on the basic company information screen. If we quickly go to company, company maintenance, ETI incentive tab, it's not governed by the selection made on this field. Going back to our employee ETI incentive, during conversion, if this field was not 5 digits long, it has been converted to a 5-digit code. In the same manner, if there was no code, it also will have been converted to the 5-digit code as it's saved on the basic company information screen. The list found under the lookup has also been amended to be an abbreviated list only containing the 5-digit codes. Still on the topic of ETI, we have an import facility for the take-on values of ETI. If you have started on VIP after the beginning of the tax year, it will be necessary to do a take-on of the ETI values. This is because the ETI values are printed per month on your ETI submission file as well as on the RP5 certificates. Please take note, if your take-on procedure was of such a nature that it was done in a month-to-month rollover procedure, then this ETI take-on is not necessary for users in that instance. Let's look on our screens how this is done. Under Interfaces, Import Data, Utility Imports, we have an ETI take-on. Remember to always make a backup before importing data. The file name is imp-eti.csv. Please visit the guidelines concerning the format of this file. This file, once imported, will record all the details to the ETI history screen. If we go to our ETI history screen, the import facility will import values per month, including the current period values, except for the works irregular hours indicator. That's the only field that will not be imported. Very important, the period count must also be imported. This is 1 digit less than the current pay period. So during start of period, the current pay period will be added to that count. So it's important that the correct value is imported here. All of the ETI values can be printed out in a report. We have an ETI report with a real number 764. It is a report that will need to be imported. So yet again, via your reports menu, you can either use the import reports feature or the batch import reports. Once you have imported it, it will be on your reports menu. This is also a report that needs to be sorted via editing by selecting the analysis code that you would like to sort the report by. I'm going to print the report to screen. Again, print ranges, like all our reports, you're able to print it for a specific analysis code or for a range of employees. Here we have an example of the ETI report. All the fields have been exported or printed on this report. If the minimum wage code has not been populated, it will be indicated with an asterisk or a number of asterisks so that the user is aware that they need to go and populate these fields. As well as the SIC code, it will indicate if it has been defined as not applicable, and the user can see which of these codes are going to cause a rejection in submission. If you have any further questions concerning ETI or RP5 changes, please consult the release notes that you will find on the company selection screen. That's all for now. Enjoy your processing. Bye-bye.